Giampiero Lambiase has reportedly extended his contract at Red Bull Racing and could be making a promotion. Lambiase, better known as GP, has been this man, Max Verstappen's race engineer, ever since the Dutchman was promoted to Red Bull back in 2016, but he could now be stepping into a new role away from Verstappen. Thanks for tuning in to another video on the GPFans Global channel. Make sure to subscribe to get notified about videos like this one, and while you're down there, make sure to leave us a thumbs up as well. It really helps. Red Bull have suffered severe casualties on the technical side of the team in the last year. Chief Engineering Officer Rob Marshall left for McLaren, and more recently, sporting director Jonathan Wheatley and legendary designer Adrian Newey announced their respective departures from the Austrian team as well. According to Planet F1, Lambiase extended his contract at Red Bull during the summer break, which would come as great news for the currently struggling team. The same report claims the Italian Lambiase was pursued by both McLaren and Ferrari, but opted to stay put. Jonathan Wheatley's former role as sporting director will now be divided between multiple people, and Lambiase could be one of them, meaning Max Verstappen would have to look for a new race engineer to chat to during Grand Prix. 2016 Formula 1 world champion Nico Rosberg has warned George Russell that he could see the Briton getting replaced in the future at Mercedes. Mercedes have tried more than once in the past to secure the services of Max Verstappen, and having just signed 18-year-old Kimi Antonelli onto the team, Russell could be at risk, according to Rosberg. Antonelli will have the tough task of replacing the Ferrari-bound Lewis Hamilton, who won 6 of his 7 world championships while driving for the Silver Arrows. The teenager Antonelli briefly impressed during his Grand Prix weekend debut in Monza, but then proceeded to write off his W15 on his second push lap in FP1, causing concern at Mercedes. Still, there is no denying the huge talent Antonelli possesses, and according to Rosberg, this could be bad news for George Russell. George is not safe at all because Toto still wants Max, the German told Sky Sports F1. He will try again for 2026 because give up does not appear in Toto's vocabulary. If Max does become available, and I do think it's a possibility, then it is a shootout between George and Kimi next year. It's a lot of pressure on George as he has everything to lose. He should be the one ahead at the team internally because Kimi is 18 and he's completely new and in a full pressure situation, so it's not an easy situation for George. Rosberg's colleague at Sky Sports F1, Martin Brundle, was quick to come to the defense of Russell, who won his second career Grand Prix earlier this year in Austria, saying there is no need to replace his fellow countryman. Clearly, Toto is hugely invested personally in Kimi, and with him making these overtures to Max, I think George will occasionally be looking over his shoulder, wondering where he stands. But he's the Mercedes team leader at a time when they seem to be really coming good again, and if you have a future-proof pairing in George and Antonelli, and they are getting the job done, you don't need to spend north of £50 million on another driver. And finally, it's race week in Baku. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix starts this Friday, so here's a quick overview of what the weekend will look like. Friday, we start with Free Practice 1 at 10:30 UK time, followed by FP2 at 2 p.m. Saturday, it's a bit of an early one as FP3 gets underway at 9:30 in the morning, and then qualifying is at 1 to determine who will start from pole position, although the pole sitter has only won twice in Baku in 7 Grand Prix. Speaking of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the race gets underway at 12 p.m. on Sunday again. This is all in UK time, so adjust that to wherever you might be around the globe. That's it for today. Again, remember to follow us in all the usual places, and I'll catch you tomorrow with another video. See you then.